Check. Are we live now? Okay, we're back. No.
Guys, that was exciting.
Yeah.
I guess you can't play music that you don't have a copyright to. Who knew?
We got busted in our first 5 seconds. We got busted and shut down. Oh man. Well, that's great.
Graham was saying that we were dressed up 80s. Just in case you couldn't tell, this is lipstick that's real bright. Yeah.
So now we lost all 7 of our followers. So hopefully we'll get a couple of those back. But we are 100% live right now, 100% live, and we want to prove it to you. Okay, so we're going to do something crazy, something unprecedented before in any of our digital experiences. We are going to order somebody pizza.
You've never ordered pizza before?
Well, not like this. I don't think I've ordered somebody else pizza before. But we're gonna order somebody who's watching. We're gonna order you pizza. Now, here's how it works. All you have to do is put in your name and your favorite type of pizza. So you're on YouTube right now. So in the comment bar, which is on the left or the right or somewhere in there, just put your name and your favorite type of pizza. And we're going to choose one of you, and we are going to deliver pizza. Well, not us, but we're going to order pizza, and somebody else is going to deliver it to you because we don't do that kind of thing. And when it's going to be delivered to your house tonight, soon. So put in your name, put in your favorite type of pizza, and we're going to get that. We're going to select somebody. Maybe we'll move on to another thing.
You don't need to tip. You don't need to pay because we'll take care of all of that.
All of it. It's totally free for you. Yeah, don't tip, don't pay. Just take your pizza and run with it. So again, put your name, your favorite type of pizza in the comments right now. We're going to randomly select one of you, and somebody's going to deliver you pizza tonight. So that's how we're going to get started. Sound good?
It sounds good to me. I want pizza. Also, we have another game, and it's going to be totally rad to stick with the 80s theme. It is very colorful. It's pretty fantastic. It's a giant jar of Skittles. I feel like it doesn't look as big as it really. Let's get a little close up.
Do not drop that.
This is huge. It's actually pretty heavy. And I'm wearing a sweatband, which should be helpful for the occasion. But it's a lot. We counted them. And there's a lot of Skittles in there. So what we want you guys to do is throughout the evening, you get the opportunity to guess how many Skittles are in this jar. There's a few of them.
There are thousands in here. Okay, we'll give you a little bit of tip.
That is the hint.
There are over 8 pounds of Skittles in here, and there are thousands. And we'll talk about this throughout the night. You can come back to this. You can just comment in there how many you think. You will win over 8 pounds of Skittles if you're the closest guess.
And we know you're wondering, why would you guess? Well, you get all of the Skittles if you guess them correctly. So we will also make sure that these are delivered to your home and delivered at a 6 feet distance.
Obviously. 6 foot. For sure. We'll put it on the curb for you. All right, let's get that out of the way. Tito, do we have a winner? Who are we sending pizza to? That's what I want to know.
It's so delayed, I can't.
We will probably have a name shortly. I'm sure of it.
You said
Ruby.
Who?
Ruby.
Ruby who?
Ruby where?
Weird.
Woohoo!
Ruby Weird. You're getting pizza delivered to your house tonight. Tito is going to step out right now. He's going to order the pizza that you wanted. I don't know what your address is, so we'll just tell him to go up there somewhere. But what size? Get her a big one. Why you got to be so cheap?
How big do they come? Do the biggest one you can get.
Yeah. All right, Ruby, congratulations. We're seriously, I hope you haven't eaten because we are sending pizza to your house tonight, now.
We'll probably actually be sitting outside later tonight waiting for the leftovers, so don't eat all of it.
And if you win the Skittles, that would be just an epic night. That would be an epic night. Free pizza, 8 pounds of Skittles. Totally for you.
Dinner and dessert. This is
dessert.
This is romantic almost. This is great. This is great.
All right. For the rest of you, if you haven't put in your Skittle guess, you can go ahead and do that. For the rest of you, we're going to play a little game at home. We're all going to play. You can comment on this if you want to, or you can just play with just you or just your family. But we realize we have been stuck in isolation for a couple weeks now, although it feels like 100 years, right? It feels weird. So we're gonna play a little game that what if we were stuck in quarantine for a whole year? and we're going to have a couple different questions come up on here, and you just decide what you want. Kayla and I will give you our answer. But let's see. Do I need to explain anymore? Does that make sense?
This is just like a would you rather. So
It's like,
you get
would
to
you
pick
rather? That's a great way.
what you would choose, and they're all terrible. It's just awful. Don't do any of these things in real life, but for fun, let's figure out what you would say.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, what's our first one here?
Let's see. Okay. If I had to, I would either eat only mustard sandwiches for every meal for the next year. That's terrible.
Gross. Or keep all of your nail clippings in a jar by your bed for the next year. Like if you were in quarantine, which one? You have to choose one of these. That's how the game works. What do you got to do?
Oh man. Mustard sandwiches. I'm gonna do mustard sandwiches.
That sounds terrible to me. Although I already keep my toenails in a jar next to my bed, so this is pretty easy for me. So,
That's
and we
disgusting.
sleep in the same bed.
That's
So
terrible. Okay, maybe I'll do the toenails.
you do my toenails. All right.
Ugh, gross.
What else? What's next?
Okay. Would you wear the same pair of socks every day forever, or
Oh, wear your underwear inside, outside, and backwards to help cut down on laundry.
socks all day?
For real?
Socks, yeah.
You'd wear the same pair of socks every day?
I don't foot sweat. There's no sweat that comes off my feet, really. So I'm doing socks.
I don't know if I could do either of these and still have friends. Like, I don't know. This is disgusting.
Well, we
You
can
know?
start today.
We could start today.
That sounds awful. All of them.
I don't think I could do. I guess I'd have to go with the underwear because I couldn't do the socks. I could not. At least this, you get 3 options here. I don't know. All right. What do we got next? This is gross. Let's go to something more gross.
Okay. Would you reuse the same square of toilet paper multiple times? Which, let's be honest, most of our households are probably pretty close to this right now.
Or would you shower after every bathroom break instead of using toilet paper? I do that anyways.
These are both terrible.
Yeah. But you can't reuse the same square of toilet paper. That's disgusting.
I don't know how you would do that. No, so I'm showering for sure.
Yeah, I'm showering too, for sure.
If you pick the first one, you're gross.
Yeah, you're gross. But you probably have extra toilet paper. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
what's next?
Okay, would you go without internet for the foreseeable future, or
Use the internet, but YouTube, Prime Video, Netflix, and Disney Plus no longer exist.
okay,
What do you even do
Okay.
on the internet without those things?
I'm gonna still have the internet.
You wouldn't be able to watch this right now. You wouldn't be able to watch this incredible, entertaining show that we've broadcasted.
This is fantastic. I think this is so great. It's probably gonna be projected from different places on the internet, not just YouTube.
All right. Yeah, maybe we'll get picked up by a network. So. All right, what's next?
Okay, would you share the same toothbrush with your entire family? We already do that here at the Monteleone home.
Or would you share the same bed with your entire family?
It's not happening.
No. Well, I'm sharing a toothbrush. There's no way I'm sharing a bed. I don't even care that our kids drop the toothbrush on the floor 10 times before they get it in their mouth. I want to be able to sleep. It's ridiculous getting kicked in the face when you sleep with kids. No, thank you.
Yeah, toothbrush all day. No problem.
All right, what do we got?
Okay, would you rather Christmas and birthday gifts? Oh, okay, so Christmas and birthday gifts would just be hand sanitizer and canned soup.
Ugh.
Or
Christmas and birthday will no longer be celebrated with gifts. I want something. I'm greedy though.
I feel like this is saying you can have hand sanitizer or you can have nothing.
Yeah.
So I'll take the hand sanitizer.
Yeah, of course you would.
No problem.
Of course you would. I'm with
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We're in agreement.
Next one. Make some invisible friends so you don't feel so alone. So you can start talking to yourself, or
That sounds not bad. Or would you give all of your plush toys names and talk to them like they are alive, just like our kids do every single day?
I mean, I think both of these options are great.
I'm right here, man. I'm with it's like the movie Castaway.
Well, the only thing that's the only problem with this is that you're confined to a box, right? Like you only have the option of whatever you have in front
That's
of
a
you.
good point.
And if you want to have an invisible frog friend like our son did, and you don't have a frog stuffed animal, it'd be very, very disappointing.
Yeah. I guess with that you could have anything. You could have a dragon today and a goat tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Unicorn.
a unicorn. All
Be
right.
great.
All right. What else do we got?
So you could it could be your mom cuts your hair for the next year any style she wants,
She wants.
or
Or your dad cuts your hair for the next year any style he wants. Dads can't cut hair. That's buzzed. Yeah.
but you have to pick one.
My mom can't cut hair either, so
This is terrible.
yeah.
I mean, my mom was a saint, but I don't know if she could cut hair. My dad certainly can't cut hair.
I would choose your mom over your
I'm
dad.
gonna take
any
my.
day.
I'm gonna take my mom.
I'm gonna take Kayla's mom too.
What about you, mom?
No, my mom's not cutting. I'll grow out my hair before my mom cuts my hair.
You don't. That's not an option. You have to pick.
Then my dad.
Okay. All right. Next one. You can eat food from a bucket that was bought from some guy off the internet.
That's a weird statement already.
Or
Or would you eat expired food that has been sitting in your pantry for years?
I'm expired food all day. I'm not going to eat anything out of a bucket from somebody I don't know.
Why not? A lot of good foods come in buckets.
Oh, if it was in a Lakeview Fry bucket, I'd choose that one.
That's a good one. See, I win. All right. Do we have any more of these?
Oh, we do. Okay, the only entertainment you have is reading the same book over and over and over and over.
Or you stare into the microwave when it's on to stimulate sunshine on your face to get your daily dose of vitamin C.
Oh man.
I think you also get cancer when that happens.
Yeah. I might do the book.
The book?
I don't even like reading.
No, you don't like reading. No.
I gotta have my sunshine, the real version.
I'm going with the book too. I don't know what book, but I'm going with the book.
Okay, this is good.
This was good. This was good.
I feel like we're prepared now for what could happen. If we are stuck home for a whole year.
Yeah. If we're here all year, you guys know what to do now. Let's go on. Let's do a couple announcements and then we'll get into something else. If you haven't checked this out yet, we have been doing this thing called the Quarantine Quiet Time, where I do the short video for sometimes 5 minutes a day. We put it here on our YouTube page. We put it on all of our social media platforms as well. And it's just super easy to kind of get into scripture and learn about the Bible. And I try to make it so if you've never read the Bible, you can understand a little bit. And so that comes out every weekday, Monday through Friday. Although I don't know about you, but I'm losing track of what day it is every day. So Monday through Friday at 8:30 in the morning. So I encourage you to check those out. If you haven't already, again, they're short. You don't have to have a Bible or understand anything to enjoy them. So check those out every day.
I feel like I need to interject here because sometimes Graham films these at home here while I'm here watching our kids and doing homeschool in the other room. And it's awesome trying to keep the kids quiet. So maybe you could hear us in the background. Listen closely if you watch. And then also, I actually watched a few of these and it's funny, but I feel like I need to tell you this. I'm sorry, I'm going to let your secrets out of the cage.
Okay.
But if you pay really close attention, one of the videos I watched, Graham had a yellow t-shirt on. And then the next day, he had a different color t-shirt on, but the yellow t-shirt was sitting on the bed directly behind him. So clearly he shot them both on the same day.
I might shoot a couple of them in a row. All right. I try to change my outfit, but
I saw it.
sometimes I don't.
with my own eyes. So pay attention.
All of them
Extra
next week will be
bloopers.
shirtless. Okay. In the hot tub, all of them.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
What's our next announcement? Here?
Well, I'm a little fond of this myself, actually. So we're just talking about doing small groups on Zoom. So if you're a part of a small group, like 2 thumbs up for you. I have a small group. It's awesome. We've been together for a while, and we're getting closer and closer and getting to know each other. Shout out to my girls. If you're watching, you better be watching. But we did Zoom for the first time last week. I can't keep track. It was last Sunday, I think. And it was awesome. It was really fun. It took us a minute to kind of get used to it. And, watching the videos and things, it's just not the same as being in the same room. But I can't go for a month and a half without seeing my girls. So if you have a small group leader, get a hold of them, ask them if you guys can do a Zoom. Hey, I see you. If you have a chance to do it, it's just a great idea. And if you have any questions on how to do Zoom, which I had a lot of questions, just get a hold of Graham. He can definitely help you figure out how to hook it all up, how to get it set up, and how.
And you don't have to have an account or anything. Just your small group leader has to have an account. But we've got groups that are playing games on Zoom and doing all kinds of cool stuff with Zoom. There's also, if you go to the Real Life NCW website and go to the students section, we have a little section on there how to set it up. So if you're like a mom or dad watching tonight, you can go there and it will tell you how to set up an account for Zoom or YouTube. Like that.
Shout out to the middle school boys last week or the week before that played Big Booty somehow on their Zoom.
How does it even work?
I was sent a video and it was funny.
That's pretty incredible.
It was great.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And lastly, we got a winner to announce tonight. So a week ago, we set up a social distance scavenger hunt.
It was so fun.
Downtown Chelan. Listen, we did it like not knowing if anyone was even going to do it. Like I knew that like Kayla and the kids would do it, but that was it. We had over 50 people do the scavenger hunt. Like I was overwhelmed. In fact, I'm thinking about maybe we should do another one.
Yes, absolutely.
And so there was 8 different clues you had to find, and then you had to put this word together. And
really quickly, tell them about the phone call you got late one night. It was dark out. You got a phone call from somebody.
Oh,
this is funny.
So I get a phone call. It was late. It was like 9:30 or something like that. Like the kids were in bed.
Yeah.
And and it's somebody I know and love, and I think, wow, this is a phone call. It's late at night. I better answer it. She's probably in trouble. And I answer it, and she says, Graham, we've been at the state park for 30 minutes, and we can't find the clue anywhere. And I said, why are you at the state park? And she goes, because we're looking for where Smokey the Bear lives, and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, no. You were supposed to go to the Forest Service. And I won't say her name because I don't want to embarrass Raven Pope in front of everybody, but she drove all the way to the state park
For real, yeah,
to find this clue
Yeah.
at 9:30 at night, and it wasn't there.
She did not find it there.
That's like 20 miles out of the way. Anyways, thank you guys for playing again. Over 50 people did it, and we said, hey, we're going to give something away. So we got everybody's name who completed it in this mug right here, our friend's Pivot mug. And we're going to give away a $20 Walmart card because it's like the only thing that's open right now to one person who completed this. And again, all kinds of people did this, not just teenagers. We're super glad with everybody who did it. So we are going to give a $20 Walmart gift card to...
Drum roll. Hold on.
Oh, nice. It's my best friend. Tate Sandoval. Tate, you just won $20 to Walmart, buddy. I will get this card to you.
Woo!
You can buy whatever you want. Toilet paper, hand sanitizer,
No, you cannot
Lysol.
get toilet paper because they don't have any.
So Tate, thanks for doing that. Stay tuned for some more scavenger hunts might be coming up in the future. And again, thanks for everybody who did that. And now let's watch our stupid video.
I love stupid videos.
All right.
Hello. It's time to have your mind blown. But before we can do that, I must blow the horn of epiphanies to summon the universe's wisdom. Behold its grace and beauty. again. Have you ever pondered the meaning of gravitas? Did you come here to get more smarter? Well, I can help you with neither of those things. Time for some mind-blown epiphanies. I hope you're ready. If you're able to do a handstand, you're actually holding the entire earth in your whole hands. It's pretty cool. Mind blown. If you rip a fishing net, it will now have fewer holes than before you ripped it. It's kind of a thinker. It's got all the holes. When you rip it, it makes fewer holes. So, if a pregnant woman goes swimming, she actually becomes a human submarine. No one knows whether the S or the C is silent in the word sent. If you expect the unexpected, then that means the unexpected has now become expected. Makes sense if you don't think about it. I'm not actually thinking, I just have a crook in my neck. And I can't move it. If gym equipment were invisible, it would look like everyone was having a silent rave. Most people that go to the gym kind of look like people from Jersey Shore anyways, but that's besides the point. Wait, you hear that? I hear a ringing noise. My doctor told me last week that I was concussed, which means that I can hear through walls or something. I read between the lines when he was talking. Once you've read the dictionary, every other book just becomes a remix. Dora the Explorer calls herself an explorer. She seems to only travel through areas that have already been mapped. Kind of a liar. What's Spanish for the word liar? That's what she is. A palindrome is a word that is spelt one way and can be spelt the same way backwards, such as the word race car. Spells race car backwards, or taco cat. But did you know there's palindrome sentences, such as, Eva, can I stab bats in a cave? In which case, if your name is Eva, you tell your friend, no, you serial killer. You're going to jail. Or my favorite palindrome sentence is this. Go hang a salami. I'm a lasagna hog. This has been Mind-Blowing Epiphanies. De nada. And now, as always, you are now more smarter.
All right, so glad we could waste some of your time with those mind-blowing epiphanies. So
I love those.
I know that guy's so weird, but like weird in a good way. Like, okay, let's play a new game.
Oh, guys, we're kind of biased. We think Lively is the cutest human on the face of the earth. That's our daughter. She's 2.5.
So this is Lively, or we call her Lolly in this house, and we're gonna play a little game. You can play along at home. You can comment or not comment. But we are gonna play the game. What is Lolly saying? So basically, we're gonna play you a very short clip of Lolly saying 1 or 2, maybe 3 words, and you have to figure out what is she saying.
It's harder than you think.
It is harder, and we're her parents. Like you'd think we could understand our own child, but it is harder than we think. All right, you ready to play?
Yeah, I feel like we should get a little bit of Lolly love in the feed. Like everyone should just be like, "Oh, look how cute she is." Oh, so
Just wait. If you think she's cute here with these pumpkins, just wait. Your heart's about to be melted tonight.
Here she comes, guys.
All right, here is our first one. What is she saying?
Fisher,
What was that? Play that again.
Fisher,
That's adorable. I don't care what she says.
Okay,
she
one more.
she can be cussing at me, and I would still think that's adorable.
You gotta do it again, though. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, one more time.
Fisher,
What in the world is she saying?
Okay,
Any guesses out there?
here we go.
Well, here's your answer.
Can you say green soap?
Fisher,
Green soap. Green soap, which in our house is hand sanitizer, but to her that's green soap. So, all right, yep. All right, what's our next one?
Harare,
Woo, play that one.
Harare,
So if I were just guessing
Mhm.
and hearing this, I would think she's saying, "How are you?"
I think she's saying, where are you? Play it one more time.
How are you?
Oh, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I hear it.
How are
I hear it. What is she actually saying though?
Can you say, I love you?
How are you?
I love you.
I love you.
I love you too, Lol. Oh man. All right. What do we got next?
Car,
Oh, that sounds like a swear word.
car,
It kind of does sound like she's swearing.
It's not a swear word. Try it.
Not that we know of. That's not.
car,
Okay.
What do you guys think she's saying?
Don't guess on mine. Okay. The answer is.
The answer is
Can you say, black car?
car,
black car. Black car. So,
Oh man.
although she probably ruined some friendships saying that to people. So, all right. What do we got next?
I can't love,
What?
I heard it clearly.
I can't love,
Oh man, that's a tough one. Play that one again.
I can't love.
Woo! That is tough. That is tough. Any guesses out there?
Let's see. Oh, Disneyland. Ooh, someone guessed Disneyland. That's not right.
That's
That's,
not
a good
right,
guess.
but
That's a good guess.
That it does sound like she'd be saying Disneyland.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. What's the real answer?
Can you say, I'm king of the world?
I can't love.
I'm king of the world. Whenever she stands on top of something that she thinks is tall, then she says, I'm king of the world. So that's where we got that.
That's
one.
it.
But all right, what's next?
I can't love.
Oh man, if you don't get this one, play this one again.
I can't love.
There's so much passion there.
So much passion. This one is sung. All right, it's very much sung from the heart. All right, go one more time.
I can't love.
I want to see a couple guesses. Let's see. Yes.
Who is that?
Yes, it's Tyler.
Oh, it's Tyler, her uncle. Oh, okay. He taught her this song.
That's false.
Yep.
Okay, let's see the answer.
What's the real answer?
Can you say, into the unknown?
I can't love.
Oh yeah, Frozen 2. If you're not watching Frozen 2, you're doing it wrong. All right.
So good. So
That's
good.
pretty much the only thing that plays in this house right now is the soundtrack of Frozen 2.
Over and over and over. All right, let's do another one.
All right.
I
She sounds like she's getting attacked by something.
love
Play that again.
Okay, nobody's gonna guess this one, so we're just gonna go straight to
All
the
right. Yeah.
answer.
What's the answer?
I don't want the message.
Oh, that's the answer. Did I mess up the order?
Wait, there we go.
Can you say, it's time to eat?
It's time to eat.
It's time.
Time to eat.
Yep.
All right. What's next?
I don't want the message.
This one. If you get this
I
one,
don't want the.
if you get this one, I will give you $10. There's just no way you can get this one. Go ahead. Play it again.
I don't want the message.
Anybody got this?
Someone's in my chair.
No.
Someone's
no,
in my
no.
chair. That's a good guess. That's a good guess.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Rocking chair. That's not bad at all. What's the real answer though? Do we got that?
Can you say, I need to go wash my hands?
I don't want the message.
I need to go wash my hands. Somehow I washy too.
I think two hands. I washy too.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nobody wins $10. All right. What? We got another one.
I don't want.
Ooh, I think somebody could get this one. What is it? What? Go again. Go again.
I don't want.
I think somebody. I
I
could
don't
get
think
this.
so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I think somebody could get this one. What's the answer? What's the answer?
Can you say, I want to go on a ride?
I don't want.
I want to go on a ride, which is riding her bike usually. But yeah, I don't know about that one. All right. Wait, Jake says he got it right.
Let me-
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I go away. That was a really good guess, Trista.
Oh, that was a good guess.
That was. Oh yeah, and Luke said it too. Mhm,
No.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Want to go on a ride?
I go away.
Oh.
That was
No,
a good
not
guess.
it. All right, we got another one.
I want to choo-choo-choo.
If you get this one, I will give you $10 again.
Lively has a secret language.
She has a couple words that she made up.
Yeah.
So,
For example, a
good luck.
cellular device, a cell phone, is called a wah.
wow.
And we don't know why. We don't know how. This sentence includes one of her words.
One of the words that she has
So-
made up. We don't know where it comes from. Here, play it again.
I want to choo-choo-choo.
This is
what?
good. Okay, one last time. One last time.
I want to choo-choo-choo.
She does say choo choo choo. I
Yeah.
will tell you, but it is
Uh-huh.
not a train.
I want to
And-
watch a choo choo. I want to watch a choo. I like choo choo trains. These are all good guesses.
They're all good guesses, but
It's yeah.
to Lively, a choo 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 is a treat.
So here we go. What's
Why?
the answer?
I don't know.
Can you say, I want a treat?
I want to choo-choo-choo.
Yep. Doesn't make any sense at all. Welcome to our world.
Nope.
This is
No
what
sense.
we live with. Yeah.
And then you ask her, what does that mean? What are you saying? And she just keeps saying it again and again
And again.
and again. It's kind of like when you're trying to speak Spanish and you're a white person and you don't know any Spanish, and then you just keep saying the same words louder and louder and louder. Like that's what she does to us. Like it's gonna help. But all right, do we have any more of these?
Keep Barbies.
Oh yes.
Let's-
Play that one again.
Keep Barbies.
Somebody can get this one. I believe
I believe.
somebody can do this
I believe
one.
there's a girl out there who knows exactly what this is. So who could it be? Oh, who's got Trista's got it. Atta girl, Trista. Play the answer on there.
Say, I play Barbie.
Keep Barbies.
She plays Barbies. Good one, Trista. Good one. I think we got one more.
Bye.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh.
Okay, now I got to tell you this story because we filmed her doing this, and she got bored halfway through, and so we needed her to keep going because she'd only done like 4 of them, and so I said, "Law, I'll give you a choo 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 if you keep going," and she perked right up. Here, watch this.
Can you say, it's time to eat?
I can't move.
Oh, no, that wasn't very good. Can you try again? I'll give you a choo-choo-choo.
But you gotta answer the questions, okay?
I
That's all it takes.
Right on it.
Choo choo choos. Just keep her going. That's all it takes. All right. Hey, speaking of choo choo choos, why don't you pull that out again and let's just make sure. If you tuned in late, explain to people what this is, Kayla.
Guys, there are thousands of Skittles in this jar. Some of you heard us say this at the beginning. Some of you didn't. It's actually significantly heavy. I feel like you need to see it from close up. It's huge. So if you can please guess how many Skittles are in here, you will get all of the Skittles. We'll bring them to you, to your home from a safe distance, and you can enjoy.
You don't have to
all
get it
of
correct.
these.
It's just the closest.
Yes, the closest.
So if you haven't put in your guess, put your guess in. We're telling you it's in the thousands. Okay? Thousands. Right? So if you just like put in 1,701 Cameron Willoughby, you're a little low. Okay? Brother, I'm helping you out. You're a little low. I'll let you shoot again. All right?
You can do this. I believe in you.
You guys can totally do this. Okay? So again, we will hand deliver that to your house, like from 6 feet away from you. All right? And speaking of all this, in this weird time, I find that it's really hard to be grateful for things. That sometimes it is just challenging to be appreciative because you're like locked in your house. So we thought we would take a little time and write some thank you cards to some of the things and people that we are appreciative of. We're going to send those out. So will you guys please be appreciative with us as we send out some thank you cards. Ready? You ready to be thankful?
I'm ready.
All right. Thank you, Zoom virtual backgrounds, because nothing makes me feel closer and when my friends are pretending to be millions of miles away.
Isn't that the truth, though?
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Everybody's got those goofy backgrounds.
They're in outer space, and I feel so close to them.
Or on a beach. Or with the San Francisco Bridge in the background. That's the other one everybody does.
That's funny.
Thank you, social distancing, for proving that being an extrovert is overrated.
Seriously. Seriously overrated. Yeah.
And you're an extrovert.
I'm so very extroverted. This has been a very, very hard period of time for me. Very hard.
This is you. Oh, I'm staying in tonight. This is me. I'm staying in tonight. This is the best youth group we've ever had. We haven't left the house.
It's so sad. It's so sad to me. Oh, sad.
All right. Let's continue to be thankful.
Yes, let's.
Thank you, coronavirus Instagram challenges, for giving me a list of people to unfollow.
Oh.
I only have like 6 followers, or I'm only following like 6 people on Instagram right now. That's about it.
It is a very interesting time on social media these days.
It is a weird time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everybody's on again. It's weird.
It's weird, yeah. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thank you, canceled events, for giving me more time to binge watch Netflix. I mean, read my Bible. I've been reading a lot of Bible. That's what I've been doing.
Reading a lot of Bible. Yeah.
Ruby got her pizza. Ruby got her pizza?
Yes! Ruby got her pizza!
Atta girl, Ruby. Enjoy, enjoy. I think we're one ahead, Bella.
I'm so proud.
It might have been my fault.
Eat a slice for me.
Because this is the one I want to do right now. Thank you, quarantine, for teaching me how to spell the word quarantine.
Yes.
I'm serious.
Oh.
I have no idea. I didn't know how to spell quarantine until this. And now I think I know how to
Hold
spell
on.
quarantine.
How do you
Well,
spell quarantine?
quarantine is Quarantine. Quarantine. I think.
I think.
All right. We on track now?
Yeah, we will be now.
We will be now? Okay. Let's continue to be thankful. Thank you, coronavirus, for finally making red and blue unable to mix into purple.
I feel like I don't understand that one.
What do you mean you don't understand that one? We talk about this at camp every year. Girls are red, boys are blue, and when they mix, you get purple. All right? Coronavirus, no purple. It's pretty great. Pretty great. We should do camp right now.
Let's do it.
Somebody always falls in love at camp, too.
Who fell in love at camp this year? Can we talk about it?
Yeah, we can. Where's my boy Dana Malone?
Whoa, Dana.
It's not every day you go to camp and come home with a girlfriend, but it pretty much is every camp where somebody falls in love.
Wow, Dana.
So, Dana, when you're ready to get married, I'd love to do your wedding. I'll let you know. I'm going to keep your girlfriend's name out of this because I don't want to embarrass her. Speaking of that, thank you, coronavirus news, for finally finding a way to end all of these political ads.
That's a great point.
That's a great point, isn't
There
it?
has been almost no political anything. Yeah.
I might have missed that one, Bella.
Thank you.
Because this is the next one. This is the other one I'm really appreciative about. This will be our last one. All right?
I'm feeling grateful.
This one is actually, this was brought to me by one of my neighbors. Okay. So here you go. Thank you, prom potentially being canceled because some guys were having a really hard time finding a date.
Oh, sad. Finding a date is hard. That's a challenge.
Yeah, especially for Sky Malone. So I'm just kidding. Sky, I've always got your back if you're watching, okay? Anybody, I'll put this out there publicly. Anybody who takes Sky Malone to a dance, if there's a prom, if it's next year's homecoming, Tolo, I don't care what it is, make up your own dance and take Sky. I'll pay for your dinner. Anywhere in town.
That's a free meal.
Free meal. You go to the gas station, you go to Wapito Point Cellars. I'll pay for your meal if you take Sky Malone. That's a promise.
Wow.
That's a promise.
Can I take Sky Malone?
That's creepy. No, you cannot take Sky Malone.
Okay.
All right. I think we're ready to give away some Skittles.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not ready. I'm feeling nervous about giving these away.
All right.
There's new winner.
There's a good winner, new
A
winner.
really good winner.
All right.
Whoa.
Why don't you write that down and give it to me again? There's over 8 pounds of Skittles in here. Over 8 pounds of Skittles. I think it's like 8.5 or something like that. And we didn't like touch each one with our hands. Don't worry, when we counted them, we used our mouths. So
we used hand sanitizer all over all of them afterwards, so it's fine.
oh my gosh, that's close.
Oh, wow!
That's like
wow!
I think that's within 15. I think that's what that is. I'm not good at math, but I think that's within 15.
I love the confidence.
All right. Here's the actual answer right here. 3,000, it's a little bright on your screen. 3,441 Skittles in here. Congratulations to our man, Jonah Simmons.
Woo! Jonah!
And 26.
Wow.
Is-
Luke says, of course.
Of course. Of course. Sorry, Luke. You can ask your brother if you can get some Skittles from. Isn't that 15 off? Is my math
Is that
wrong? I don't even know.
How much did you come from? I came from
That's incredible. No, I could take a handful out of here and you would have been right on, man. That's incredible.
I'm impressed. Very impressed.
And your dentist is excited for this as well because you're probably going to be seeing him more often. All right, 8.5 pounds of Skittles. Jonah, I'm going to deliver that to your doorstep this week. Enjoy. Don't go crazy though. I guess you could get sick.
Okay, guys, we are going to get serious. Just a little serious here at the very end. We are doing a little section called Ask Me Anything. And we've done this at youth group before where we have just open-ended questions and you get to ask Graham anything. We are putting a little guideline. Hopefully you're asking him something about the Bible, about God, about religion. There's tons of questions out there, tons of questions you guys have, we know. And we're just going to open it up to some discussions so that if you guys have any real questions, feel free to post them here. But then you can also
let's have him put your number up there.
you can text my phone number, which is here, 509-860-4836. 509-860-4836. We have people manning the phones right now.
People are like a telephone. Kids don't even know what that is anymore.
Yeah, seriously. But this is in the 80s, so it's
This
nice.
is the 80s.
So just if you can, add your name and your question.
Yeah, just your name and what your question is. If you don't want to add your name, that's fine. If you're too embarrassed, that's cool. And we'll do our best to answer the questions as much as we can. We don't know everything. That's nobody knows everything about God, especially.
We're wanting to shed some light or start some good conversation on some of the questions that you guys have had or are having currently. So feel free to text some of those in. Do we have any questions that have come in so far? We'll see.
Oh, all right. Well,
I think do we have the two?
There we go.
Did
I
Ellie
see the
send it?
phone come.
There we
I see
go.
it coming in now.
Awkward pause.
Awkward silence. That won't be happening at prom this year.
What's that?
Ooh, this is a good question. My boy Luke asked the question is, why does everyone in the Bible seem to live 10 times longer? This is a great question, Luke. And what Luke's referring to is, we only see this in the Old Testament, especially the oldest parts of the Old Testament. If you're reading, especially in the book of Genesis, is where we see this, where people live to be 500, 600, 700, 800 years old, according to the text.
Yeah.
What a fantastic question. And then there is a part in the Bible when God says, hey, I'm not going to let you live as long as you used to. But even after that, if you read like really closely, people are still living like over 100 years old, and it seems a little weird. Here's my take on that. And we don't know everything. And so we're going to take a stab at some of these things. But numbers in the Bible are used very specifically. And you have to kind of think of like numbers that we use. Like we use a dozen or a lot, or we use like the number 100 a lot. Like my kids think that the number 100 is the biggest number in the world. And the Bible does the same thing, but it's a different culture. And so you have a culture that's using their numbers. So that's why you see certain numbers in the Bible a lot. You see the number 7 all the time. It was the number that represented perfection. You see the number 12 again. There's 12 tribes of Israel, and there's 12 disciples and stuff like that. You see the number 40 come up a lot. The Israelites were in the desert for 40 years. Jesus went out into the desert for 40 days. And so numbers were very specific to different things. 40 usually just meant a lot. Did it mean 40 exactly? Maybe, but there's a lot of times where it just meant a lot. Yeah, he was 40, or he went out to there for 40 days. That means we don't know exactly, but it was a long time. Or there's times when it's like, hey, no, it was literally 40 years, or it was literally 40 days. So to come back to your question, Luke, when we see these numbers of age, do we think that they live to be that old? Well, yes, some people do. Some people believe that they really live to be 800 years old. Some people do not. Some people would say, no, they would inflate those numbers to make people seem more respected, because you got to remember, you're living in a time where people didn't usually live past 40 years old. They didn't have healthcare. They didn't have modern day amenities. Finding clean drinking water was difficult for a lot of these people. So when they would say, oh yeah, he was this old, they were actually saying, oh no, he was larger than life, or he was bigger than everyone else, or he was more successful than everyone else. And they would do that by saying he lived to be hundreds of years old. So there are people who believe, yes, they were literally hundreds of years old. And there's other people who say, no, that's a symbol for how great they were. Almost like if I said, Felix Hernandez is the greatest pitcher who's ever played, he could throw a baseball 1,000 miles an hour. You'd say, well, no, he can't throw a baseball 1,000 miles an hour. But you would know that I'm saying he was a really good pitcher and he could throw really, really fast. So kind of like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So
What do you think?
What do I think? I probably sit more on the side of it's not a literal thing. They don't literally, just because I think the the writers of the Bible use numbers a lot. But I'm at the point where I wouldn't totally discredit it. Like, sure. It's not worth it to me. But sure. I think it's more interesting to me to look at those numbers and say, what are the writers telling me by using these numbers, versus just skimming over them and saying, okay, the dude was 800 and died. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Do we have another question that's come in? Oh, wait, there's a couple on here. Oh, wait, no, that's not it.
Oh, yeah, I knew we were going to get to this.
That?
I knew we were going to get to this one.
Okay, the Bible says that people were created in the first week. Did dinosaurs only live for a day?
That's a good question, because, the Bible says that all animals were created pretty much on the same day. So what happened to the dinosaurs? Like, where do they fit in? And this is super chat. I'm going to give you a couple different kind of perspectives of it. But the reality is nobody knows. Nobody knows. Scientists don't even know. We know that we have fossils all over the earth with these things, but we don't really know like exactly how they went extinct and where they came from, especially. So there's a couple different takes on this. So one of them is that there was dinosaurs for a while, and that something happened, maybe a plague or something like that affected dinosaurs and wiped them out, but didn't wipe out humans. There's also theories that say,
I feel like there's some jokes there based on circumstances.
oh yeah, based on the I guess that
The coronavirus
there was a
or
coronavirus
dinosaurs.
on the second day and it wiped out the dinosaurs. There's literally people who believe that I'm not making this up, that the devil put the skeletons of the dinosaurs in the earth to lead people astray. So they would think, oh, it doesn't say this in the Bible, so obviously the Bible's not real. People really believe that kind of stuff.
That's a real theory.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People believe all kinds of weird stuff. There's also people who think that, hey, maybe God started with the dinosaurs and he created them and then didn't really like them, so he wiped them out, kind of like when he flooded the earth, and then decided to start over with humans. Here's what I know to be true. The Bible doesn't mention these things specifically. There are talks of like big beasts and stuff like that are super vague. And we do know that obviously there are fossils in the ground and that these were put there at some point. Did they live and then die and were put there? We don't know. I mean, that seems to make sense because that's how most fossils are created, is something lives and then dies and then becomes a fossil. But we don't know exactly. My kind of return question is, how does that affect my life? And it's not a bad question. I'm not discouraging the question, but if it doesn't necessarily affect my life, then I'm not going to ponder it too much. It's fun to debate and it's fun to talk about, and I like all these weird theories, but we just don't know. We just don't know yet. And I hope someday we do, because dinosaurs are like wicked cool to every little boy out there. So we want to know. We want to know. And can we like Jurassic Park these things and bring them back to life? Like, that's the other good question.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah, I saw the movie. It always works out well in all the movies.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
What else? I think we got time for another
I think the raptors are the scariest things I've ever seen in my whole life. Watching that as a child, it was a mistake. It was not a good idea. Okay, so I feel like this is like Junior Miss Lakeland. You get to read the question first, and you pass it to me,
And then you pass
and then
it
I
out.
read it to
And
you.
then I get to think about it for a
Are
second.
you ready?
Yes. My name is Graham Monteleone, contestant number 7.
We were contestant number 5 in high school.
Were
Yeah, number 5. I did Junior Miss and I lost terribly, but I was contestant number 5.
It was
And
rigged.
this was my escort.
She lost to the Boston Red Sox.
Okay. Why did Jesus wash his disciples' feet?
Why did Jesus? This is a great one. This actually happened. So
Is it because he wore the same socks
he wore the same socks for
during
a year.
a year quarantine?
No.
Just kidding.
So when we see this happen, actually is on the day of today. Today we celebrate what's called Palm Sunday, where Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, and they would lay palm branches down, which kind of signified his kingship. And they were celebrating a Passover meal, and the Passover was a celebration to remember the 7 plagues that were done in Egypt to release them from slavery. I'm not going to get into that, but it was just like, hey, we're going to celebrate and remember that. So they had their traditional Passover meal, which Jews still celebrate to this day. And then Jesus says, hey, I'm going to do something a little different. It says he took off his robe and he goes to each of his disciples and he washes their feet. And it's very, very odd if you live in 2020 in America, because we don't even really like take the time to wash our own feet. Like, really, like, do you ever even scrub your own feet in the bath, like when you're in the shower? I don't do that. I just assume that the soap that goes here falls down onto those things. I don't scrub my feet. I don't know if I'm weird. But washing of feet was a few different things in Jesus's time. First of all, everybody wore sandals.
Mm-hmm.
They don't wear socks. So you would wear.
So my comment was going to be the only time I wash my feet is in the summer when I'm walking around barefoot or in sandals all day long.
Yep.
And yeah.
And these guys live in the desert or dry, arid mountains. I mean, dusty, dirty feet. And so they would do it for a couple of reasons. One, just hygiene. You'd go into somebody's house. You'd wash your feet before you go in. But there was also this other thing that would happen is if you were wealthy enough to own slaves, which a lot of people did, you would have your slave wash the other person's feet to say, hey, thanks for coming over. Let me get my slave over here and he'll wash your feet. Thanks for showing up. Almost like when you go to somebody's house in the winter and they take your jacket, like to be polite, like here, let me take your jacket. I'll put it in the coat closet for you. It was a similar thing. It was hey, thanks for coming. Let me treat you. Now, usually a guest or a person, like a Jewish person, wouldn't wash another person's feet, but slaves would. So either I would let you wash your own feet or my slave would wash your feet. And here Jesus goes around to each of his 12 disciples and he washes each of their feet. And for them, it was such a jaw-dropping kind of thing for him to do that Peter even says, what are you doing? Like, you can't wash my feet. Like, that's not what you're supposed to be the king. You're supposed to be the Messiah. You got to remember, they just rode in on a donkey and everybody thinks Jesus is going to become the king, like the emperor of Rome. And here he's doing what slaves do. Mm-hmm. And so it blew them away, but it signified what he was going to do, that he had come to serve, that he had come to die, that he had come to be the lowest of the lows. And that's what him washing their feet was signifying.
I think that if I can interject also, I think that Jesus is constantly trying to tell us that he's all about relationship, that he's all about, eating and drinking with the people that are the least of these, and none of his disciples were awesome, great, cool people. I mean, they were tax collectors. Not only did he pick the least of these, and he says that in the Bible, the crummy people, the nobodies, but he also chose to wash their feet, which in that day and age, the only person that would do that would be a slave, right? So I think over and over and over again, he says to us, I want to be in relationship with you. And that was, I think, another way for him to say, no, I'm not going to be this ruler, and they lived in a time where you were ruled over. The religion, you were in this set of rules and you were dominated by all of those rules. And he was saying, no, we're breaking the rules. It's about relationship. And in his walk with us, in our walk with him, that's all he wants. And to me, it's always been this huge symbol of, he wants to be near us. He wants to commune with us. He wants to, he wants to share life with us. And that was a very real way in that time for him to show that to his disciples. So
we got one more. Can we do one more? And then we'll peace out of here. We'll do one more.
The first one, not the second.
Why are all the girls in Michelle Navarro's group cute?
Ooh, that's a good question. Michelle only attracts the most beautiful humans in the world. They are all adorable.
Oh, Michelle's adorable. So
yeah. The question is, where did Jesus go when he was in the tomb for 3 days?
So, to give a little backstory, this coming weekend, we're going to celebrate Easter. And Friday in the Christian world, we call Good Friday, which is like an odd name for it because it celebrates the day Jesus died. You think we would have gone with like not Good Friday or Rough Friday? Black Friday. Yeah, we have better Black Friday.
We have Black Friday.
Yeah.
Already it's shopping.
Anyways, should have gone with Good Easter or something like that. But we call it Good Friday, and it celebrates when Jesus was crucified and when he was put into a tomb. And then Easter, which is 3 days later, is the day that he resurrected. He came back to life, but more than just life. He didn't come back to be a human or a ghost. He came back to be God. He was fully God. And so this person says, where did he go for 3 days? So this is a great question, because what they would do is they would take your body, or they took Jesus's body, and they put it into a tomb, and they would actually, they did all these different embalmings. It's not exactly like a mummy, because when they mummified people,
What does embalmings mean?
they would put different oils and different things so that you didn't smell as bad.
Herbs and spices.
Yeah. So when like Egyptians would mummify their kings and stuff, the goal was that they wouldn't decompose. For Jews, it wasn't the same. They wanted them to decompose, because what they would do is they would leave them in the tomb for a year. Then they would come back, they would roll that stone away, and they would take the bones out, and then they would go bury those bones, and they would reuse the tomb again and again and again. So they put Jesus in this tomb after they kind of wrapped him up and put some smelly stuff on him, some essential oils. And they put some past tense on him. And put him in the tomb, and then there's 3 days. And they don't actually know. I mean, we don't know exactly what happened to him in there. We just know that on the 3rd day, some women were going to like pay their respects, or maybe try to convince the guards to let him have the body or something. And the tomb's open, the guards are asleep, Jesus is walking out of there, and they don't even recognize him. They think he thinks he's a gardener. So physically, what happened to his body? The answer is we don't know, because the door was shut, and we don't actually know what happened to his body. Spiritually, though, what happened to his spirit? Now that's where we get really good, because did he just go on vacation for 3 days? Did he go to heaven and hang out with his dad for 3 days? And that's not my understanding of it. And my understanding is actually that because when he died, he had to pay the price for our sin, and that price is not just death, but it's eternal separation from God. So if that's hell, or if that's whatever you believe that is, and there's a lot of different thoughts on what hell actually is and stuff, but he had to go and be eternally separated from God, which kind of doesn't really make sense because he is God at the same time. But his price was going away from God, or going down to wherever those people would go. And the Jews had some kind of different beliefs on hell. They didn't view it exactly like we do as Christians, or especially Western Christians, like those who live in America. So they would have maybe thought that he went to, they would call it down below. And maybe that's where he just hung out for 3 days to signify that he was actually dead. So physically, his body probably didn't go anywhere. Spiritually, he either went down to wherever they thought either hell was, or where Jewish people believe that you would hang out, some kind of purgatory kind of thing. So fantastic questions.
I think it's unique to get to ask questions like this and get to have some real answers put in place. I think we encourage you, especially over this time where hopefully you're spending a little bit more time doing your quiet time, doing the quarantine quiet times, doing your small group Zoom stuff, that you are investing a little bit of that time in getting to know God better, or getting to know your questions better. And feel free always to text the number on the screen, or to text Graham.
Or message us on any of our social medias.
Exactly. And yeah, just let us know what you want to know, or what you need to know to figure out how you feel about Christ. And also, you are at home more. You are not doing anything. You're not playing your sports, and that sucks. You're not interacting with your friends nearly as much. And there really is never going to be a time quite like this to invest into your walk with God. So try it. Just try to dig in. Make it a part of your routine. Get out of bed at 12:15, and then do a quiet time for 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Anyways, I just want to encourage you guys in that. I think
that's it for the day.
This has been fun.
Yeah, this has been cool.
I wonder how we're going to dress that next time.
Yeah, I don't know. But maybe we'll throw it out there and let you guys vote on how we should dress next time.
Also, it's Easter. It's Easter. Graham said it's Good Friday this Friday. We always encourage kids. It's a terrible movie, but it's awesome to watch Passion of the Christ on Friday. So if you're just looking for something to kind of check into the Easter mood, watch that movie on Friday. And then Easter is all about celebrating the fact that we have a Savior that died on the cross for our sins and we get to go to heaven. And Easter is that day. So we celebrate like Christmas. So
Yep.
go crazy.
Yep. So we won't do this next week. We know that. We might do it in a couple weeks. We'll let you guys know. And if we do another scavenger hunt, might do that also. Again, follow our social medias at The Rendezvous. You're already on YouTube, so check it out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
This is the part where we're doing like an 80s song on the way out.
I don't know. I think
No,
we
it'll
have
stop the life.
Oh yeah, it'll stop.
Next time, we're not going to use that music in our countdown video because apparently somebody owns it. All right.
Bye guys.
See you guys.
Good
Good
to see you.
that.